Ladies and gentlemen, imagine this, 20 roaring bikes surround a single dad veteran on a quiet highway, but what happened next left every single biker frozen in silence. That's how it began. A bright afternoon on a long, empty stretch of road just outside of Phoenix. The air trembled with the thunder of engines. 20 female bikers, wearing black leather jackets marked with their emblem, the Valkyries, slowed to a stop as they encircled an old pickup truck that had pulled over by the side of the road. The man stepping out wasn't just anyone. His name was Jake Turner, a former Marine, widowed father of an 8-year-old girl named Lily. Jake had one hand resting on the hood, the other clutching his daughter's backpack. His truck had overheated, smoke spilling from the hood like a bad omen. But what caught everyone's attention was what happened next, the rumble of bikes dying down, and 20 women staring at him as if they'd just cornered a ghost. Their leader, Raven, dismounted her Harley, her tall boots crunching on the gravel. She was fierce, tattooed, confident, until her eyes fell on Jake's right arm. Her confident stride faltered. There, inked across his forearm, was the unmistakable Marine Corps eagle, globe, and anchor, surrounded by scars that told their own stories. Raven froze. The other bikers exchanged confused glances. Jake noticed her sudden stillness and offered a small, tired smile. "You okay there, ma'am?" he asked, his voice calm and low, the voice of someone who had seen storms far worse than this one. Raven swallowed hard. Where did you serve?" "Afghanistan. 2nd Battalion. Lost a few brothers there," he replied softly, closing the hood. "Truck overheated, but we'll be fine." But Raven wasn't fine. Her voice broke just slightly. "2nd Battalion. My brother was in the same unit." Jake's hands froze mid-motion. "Your brother?" "Staff Sergeant Tyler Cross," she said, her tone trembling. Jake slowly turned to her, eyes wide. He remembered that name. He remembered that night. The sandstorm. The explosion. The way Tyler had shielded him and saved his life. He had written letters to his family, letters that were never sent after Jake was medically discharged. "Raven," he whispered, "your brother saved me. I was the one he pulled out before." His words faded into the wind. For the first time, Raven, the woman every biker in her crew admired and feared, had tears in her eyes. The rest of the bikers went quiet, their engines silent, their bravado gone. The world seemed to pause around that circle of bikes. Jake opened the truck door and called out, "Lily, sweetheart, come say hi." A small girl with messy brown hair and bright blue eyes hopped out, clutching a worn-out teddy bear. "Hi," she said shyly. Raven crouched down, wiping her face quickly, forcing a smile. "Hey, sweetheart, you like motorcycles?" Lily's face lit up. "They're so loud. My daddy said they sound like freedom." Raven laughed, the kind of laugh that comes after years of holding pain. "Your dad's right, kiddo." Over the next few minutes, the bikers helped Jake fix his truck. They brought water, checked the radiator, even patched up a small leak. But the real repair was happening in their hearts. Jake shared stories of Tyler, how brave he was, how he never backed down even in the worst of days. Raven listened like someone hearing the echo of a lost soul she'd never gotten to say goodbye to. When the truck was finally ready, Jake tried to thank them, but Raven stopped him. She pulled off her black leather vest and handed him a patch, the emblem of the Valkyries. "You don't owe us anything, Marine," she said softly. "But your family now." He smiled faintly, accepting it with trembling hands. "Tyler would have said the same thing." Then Raven looked at little Lily. "Hey, sweetheart, wanna do something cool?" Within seconds, 20 bikes lined up on the highway. Lily climbed into her dad's truck as Raven took the lead. The entire convoy of roaring bikes escorted Jake and his daughter down the long stretch of road, forming a wall of thunder and chrome. Cars pulled over, people filmed, and strangers cheered, not knowing the story behind it, but feeling the emotion anyway. By the time they reached the next town, Jake parked and stepped out to thank them one last time. Raven hugged him tight, not like a stranger, but like a sister finally finding closure. "You kept my brother's memory alive," she whispered. "And that means everything." Jake placed a Marine coin in her hand. "Semper Fi," he said, eyes glistening. "Semper Fi," she replied. As the bikes roared away into the horizon, little Lily asked, "Daddy, who were they?" Jake smiled, watching the trail of dust vanish into the golden sunset. "Angels, sweetheart. Your Uncle Tyler just sent us a few angels." And as the screen fades, the narrator's voice returns, the same voice that started it all. Sometimes, life brings strangers to your door not by accident, but by honor, by memory, and by love. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs hope, and don't forget to subscribe. Because somewhere out there, a hero's story still deserves to be told.